Well, it's 2022, 21st of April, and it's time to hop in the new era because F1 is out on pre-order. And after massive new changes to the F1 cars and Codemasters being bought by EA Sports, it had to be a good game, right? So, why was F1 such a bad game? It's a question that can be answered in many ways, and here's my opinion. Starting off from launch, the biggest issue was that people couldn't even play the game. Meanwhile, the people on Xbox and PlayStation got their freshly pre-ordered games. The people who bought F1 22 on Steam didn't even get access to the game. The problem was later recognized, but it was never clear who was at fault, EA, Codemasters, or Steam. Nonetheless, Steam users later got the game, but it was extremely disappointing because people paid extra to get the game early, and it didn't even work. My second problem with F1 22 is that it starts in some kind of strange place. You're not on a racetrack or a factory. Instead, you're chilling in some LA sort looking mansion with your pals. This is your F1 life, your new home that you don't care about and will never see. Which I guess is kinda accurate to an F1 driver's LA mansion, but it also feels very pointless in a racing game. This is until you realize that this is where you can fill a supercar garage and kit yourself in the all anti-social club virtual drip as you want, via Bitcoins. Yes, these are just as scammy as they are named after. It feels kinda weird to hit you in the face with a monetization option, essentially resulting in a non-interactive version of The Sims, straight out of the blocks. But F1 Life is kinda the only way to get you to change the game beyond your race results. Now if you're an F1 fan, which I very much am, then it kinda lets you live in a little bit of a fantasy of being an F1 driver, regardless of your starting skill, or if you got a sim rig, or if you'll ever play competitively. This is nice and all, but all of these goals are unachievable in the beginning of the game. AI speed down the straights was unbelievably, making old tracks like Spa and Monza, but also new tracks that everyone was eager to try, unplayable due to crazy speed that the AI got on the straights. You could literally put the AI down to 31 and it would fly ahead of you on the straights. Now apart from that, the most annoying thing with F1 22 were the bugs. There were so many bugs in the game, and one of the most annoying bugs was the sound glitch. Just take a look at this.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Green flag!
Honestly, my respect for all people that keep on playing online, even throughout this bug, is just on the top of the scale. This was completely unplayable. But this wasn't the only bug in the game. There are still more bugs in the game that just kicks you out of the lobbies whenever you're trying to play or just hop in a league race, especially if it's a competitive league race. It just disconnects you. It's extremely annoying. Another tough part during this game was the new cars. Well, not exactly the new cars, more how they behaved. Something new is always nice, but this year, learning how to control the traction was incredibly painful, as it was almost impossible to control the car out of slow turns and most traumatizing on race starts. I think almost everyone who ran no traction control during this time period had this problem. As for medium traction control, I don't know. If you ran medium traction control, then feel free to comment about how you felt using medium traction. This whole traction dilemma was bad and all, but what made it worse was as you progressed in My Team, a game mode that lets you create your own team. When your cars got faster and more powerful, it got even harder to control the car. Adding on to the fact that the AI was at least 25 kph faster than you on the straights, it deemed My Team almost unplayable until the community took it in their own hands, releasing mods slowing down the AI on the straights. But this was only available to PC users, so everyone on console had to push through until a patch. Now one of the things that I honestly think no one was expecting was cheating. The leaderboards got infiltrated with loads of cheaters, and now recently a huge driver in Formula 1 esports scene has been accused of cheating. And although it looks like there's no concrete evidence of him cheating, it's looking very convincing. And it's honestly sad to think about the fact that somewhere the prize pool is over $700,000 and the driver in question finishing in third in the esports standings, where the speculated prize is around $75,000. You wonder, what is Formula 1 going to do about this? I'm a strong believer in innocent until proven guilty, but it's starting to get concerning about how this driver hasn't responded to any claims and is acting very suspicious about it. Honestly, all of these things in my opinion has made this year's game turn into something what seems like a poorly organized party. And there seems like there haven't been any legitimate positive things about this year's game besides the fact that EA let us use the 2023 Alfa Romeo livery in-game. If you think I missed or said incorrectly about something, then feel free to comment. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, then consider liking, subscribing, and I'll see ya in the next one.